Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be taking you on a long journey with me of getting my brows microbladed. So I recorded the whole journey from start to finish, from initial appointment to touch-up appointment to healing phases to completely healed. So I am gonna roll that footage now for you. I hope you enjoy seeing my journey to getting my brows microbladed. Today I am vlogging because I am super excited to take you along the process of getting my eyebrows microbladed. So I am seeing Cody Lynn Macy here in Chandler, and I'm just gonna take some clips for you guys and kind of show you the whole process. So if you are considering doing this at home, hopefully this can help you see what it's like and you can determine if you want to get it done. So this is what my brows look like right now. I just have a little bit of the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil in neutral brown, but I will have her take a clip when she wipes this off so you guys can see what they are with just brow hair. With just brow hair as well. So let's go in. Let's do voiceover stuff on these ones. That's
too shocking, you know.
Yay,
it's just be a subtle enhancement.
Yeah.
You don't need a crazy enhancement when you have good brows to start with.
It is the next day. I went and got my eyebrows microbladed last night with Cody, and I freaking forgot to do an after clip like last night when they were fresh. So it's been, it's 3:36 in the afternoon now, and I got them done at like 5 o'clock last night. So when I finished last night with her, I absolutely loved them. I do have one little clip that I sent my sister-in-law, so I will incorporate that into this video so you can see. But this is how they are looking right now. So I wanted to talk about how the process of the microblading actually went. So I got to Cody's and signed some forms, and then we chatted for a little bit about eyebrows and style and everything. I showed her some pictures of eyebrows that I liked on her Instagram page that she had done so she could kind of see what I wanted. And I'll kind of tell you guys now about what I wanted. So I actually have quite a bit of brow hair to work with. So doing my brows, I more so shape them with a brow pencil, and I kind of sculpt them with concealer and everything to get the shape, but I'm not necessarily lacking on color and fullness, although my brows are a little bit on the light side, as you saw in my before clip. So I went in and I told her I definitely wanted natural. I wanted all of the strokes to be like within my brow frame. I didn't want anything like extending more than what my brow naturally was. I wanted very natural. I wanted microblading and not shading. So I told her all of that, and she was very great about listening and talking to me about what I wanted. She picked out a brow tone for me that was like a very neutral brown, because I said I didn't want it too warm, but I also didn't want it too ashy. So totally one of those people like, ew, neither. But she had a nice middle of the road brown that she used on my eyebrows. And then she said for the touch-up appointment, which is in January, I can choose to go darker if I want to, or we can shape them a little more, or we can just kind of fill in sparse areas that faded and keep them natural still. It's really up to me and how I like how they faded. So once we got all of that situated, she mapped out my brows with a pencil and kind of showed me the shape. She shaped them, tweezed them, got them all cleaned up because I had not had my brows waxed or done in a very long time. So they were very overgrown. I looked in the mirror several times, and that's when she asks if anything is standing out that I wanted to change. And at this point I could say, oh, make this arch higher or bring this in more. And then once we agreed on that, she got to microblading. So for the actual tattooing process, she pricks your brows, which was the most interesting part. It's just like pricking all over the surface of the brow, and I suppose that's how the numbing cream gets into your brows. So that was probably the most uncomfortable part because you can feel it and it's like little pricks all over, and she has to do it quite a bit on each brow. So she does that, and then she puts the numbing cream on, And personally, I did not think the actual process was that bad. People were saying the sound is like so bad, like it's just like a weird sound that you can't get over. But I really didn't think it was that bad. It was a very subtle sound, and we were talking, so I was kind of distracted anyways, which helped. I didn't want to talk too much though, because I was nervous I was going to make a facial expression and like move my eyebrow. So I was like trying to talk very non-expressively. I'm on day 2. Last night my instructions were to come home. She sent me with a little bit of baby shampoo to gently suds up my brows and then rinse them. So I did that last night, and then I just did it just now, and then now it's like the don't touch, don't get them wet phase. So we will see how I do with this. I've heard that this is like the hardest part. I can put Aquaphor on them, and I can put an ointment she sent me on them if I feel like they're itchy or uncomfortable. That will help with that. I haven't put anything on them yet though. I've just been following the instructions to a T. They will lighten 30% lighter, which I'm excited about. They look very nice. They frame my face nicely. And once the color softens, I think they're gonna be so beautiful. Hello, it is day 3 of my brows, so I just wanted to do a quick check-in. Not too much is happening with them. I think they have darkened up. They're looking a little more warm than when I first got them done, but they still look really good, and they're not scabbing or doing anything yet as far as I have seen. I did put a little bit of ointment on them earlier because I was about to work out, and that's what she suggested. This is what they look like on day 3. And they're so pretty. It makes makeup like so fast. And I have a full face of makeup on too, so you can see how nice they look when I have a full face, because they are darker right now. So yeah, day 3 update, doing good. Oh my gosh, you guys, the last time I did a check-in with you was freaking day 3. I can't believe it. It's day 14 now. I dropped the ball a little bit on the updates. Things have changed. My brows look different, but I'm loving them. So let's talk details on where we're at for day 14 and what has happened in the last 11 days. What was I thinking? There wasn't a lot of change in my brows, so I was like, oh, I don't need to film an update. And then change kind of happened, and I was like, crap, I should have filmed that. So here we are. They did start to scab. The scabs were so interesting because they were like the little strokes from the tattooing. It was just really weird. Honestly, the scabbing and the healing process has not been what I thought it would be. Like, I've seen people where their eyebrows just look like scary for a while during the healing process, and I think maybe that just depends on 1, how you are and how you heal, and 2, where you go, because my healing process has not been bad at all. Like, I've never felt embarrassed of how my brows look. So up close here you can see my brows have gotten a lot more like powdery looking, like they're not so much of the individual lines. They've definitely softened up. We do have some patchiness like right on the arch. So basically days 14 through 28 in my recovery are going to be like patchiness, but then the ink like comes back to the surface. I also really like the color. You'll remember in the beginning of my filming, they were a little redder, and now you can see that they've toned down. They're more of a neutral brown. So yeah, this is day 14. Hello. So I just got in the parking lot to get my brow touch up. So I will write how many days it's been since I had my first brow appointment, but I can't believe it's already time to get my touch up. The time went so fast. So here is what my brows look like. There we go. You can totally see her strokes in the front here. They're so pretty. They did shrink like she said they would. I have a little patchiness here, which is probably what we will end up filling in. Here is the other brow. Let's go. We don't want to be late.
But one thing I always keep in mind is I treat this as permanent. You want to think of long run.
Yeah.
So you never want to bring it down when I'm tattooing too far down, because 10 years from now, everything on everyone just drops even lower. Like, you always want to lift and brighten the eyes.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, if you want more of a natural organic look, you let some of your wispy strays grow in, and it's more of a bushy look.
Yeah, so I think we kind of just keep the shape you did.
And this frames the brow bone really nice.
Yeah, because I agree. I think I had just never had my brows shaped like that. So at first I was like, oh, and I didn't really notice it because they
felt
looked
like they
super
were thinner.
nice. Yeah, and then but then once they did grow in, which my hair grows in like insanely, as you saw.
Yeah.
It kind of does its thing, and I can like manipulate it how I want
is
to.
really like, nice and rose.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it is the next day. So here are what my brows are looking like currently. You might be reminded from my other clips that they look darker and redder in the beginning, which is right, so they look like that again now. I will probably take you through a little bit of this healing process, but I definitely want you guys to see the journey and know every step along the way so you can be prepared. There's the lighting. If you get your eyebrows microbladed as well. I am here with an update on my eyebrows. So it is actually day 10 after my touch-up appointment. So day 10 is the day that you can sweat heavily again, which I'm so excited for. And then day 10 is also right after that, you can wash your brows again. They are at the scabby point, and I definitely have had some like flaky pieces come off where it's like, oh, don't pick it, don't touch it. Just leave it. It's hard. When you start seeing the flakes, you're like, and you want, like, you know, other people probably see them. So you're like, what you really want to do, especially if you're a makeup artist, is you want to take a spoolie and just go ham. But I'm not going to do that, Cody, if you're watching. Promise I won't do that. But, because that's another thing. You're not supposed to exfoliate over your brows for a while. So, day 10. And here we are, back in the present day. So it is Wednesday, March 24th. So my initial appointment with Cody Lynn was November 16th. And then my touch-up appointment was January 21st. 4 months since my initial appointment and over 2 months since my touch-up appointment. So these are my brows completely healed. I do not have anything in them right now. And here is what my healed brows look like. So it was really important for me to take you on this whole process because brows look different when they're freshly done, they look different when they're healing, and they look different when they're healed. So I really wanted you to see what my final result was so you could feel confident going forward with microblading. You saw in all the clips, they start out kind of intense and reddish, and then they go even like darker, and then they fade to the perfect color. So I'm so happy with how she did them. I don't have anything in them, like I said, but I'll show you here. You can see the tattooing underneath. All these little strokes in here, those are all hers. Back here, just to fill in, I've got kind of a gap there, but you can see I have strokes now. And yeah, I can absolutely I love the front strokes she did. I think those are so pretty, but you can see all of those strokes in there that aren't my own hair. See, it's all in there. I love the color she chose for me. When I went in, I was really insistent on having a natural brown color. I didn't want it too grayish. I didn't want it too warm, but it's a really natural brown color. And I love my brows because I go without makeup very often. And when I'm not wearing any makeup on, they look so natural. Sometimes I almost forget that they're like microbladed, but how could I forget? Because life is so much easier now. I wanted to be very minimal in the beginning because you just don't want to overdo it because it's a tattoo. I didn't want them too big. So that is how they are. I love having a shape. Honestly, it is so convenient to just have my brows shaped and done. You can see right now I'm wearing a full face of makeup and they look great. Like, I don't need to do anything to them. And especially since I'm blonde now, that's another thing about keeping them natural is I can go lighter with my hair color or I can go darker with my hair color. They're still gonna be natural, just my brows, but better. And I absolutely love them. So overall, my experience, 10 out of 10. Like, seriously, so good. For me personally, I know the discomfort is different for everyone. For me, it was not that bad. Kind of hard to not get them wet for those first 10 days. But I would just recommend showering and washing your hair like right before your appointment. And I know like not a lot of us wash our hair super often anyways. That's the hardest part because when you wash your hair, the water just starts like going everywhere. So if you can just like throw on a shower cap and like wash your body in the shower and not have to wash your hair for those like days after, that is going to be your best way to navigate not getting them wet. Pretty easy to use like a makeup wipe or a cotton pad to like go around your eye makeup. However, I don't think I put on much like eyeshadow and stuff during that time just so I could avoid that area. I think that's all I have to say. I love them. I would totally recommend it. If you're someone like me that has a good amount of brow hair, but it's kind of a fine brow hair, not super dark, and you just want a little more shape, I think you're a perfect candidate for microblading. Remember that the less brow hair you have, you're gonna see more of the strokes. So it is gonna look more like a tattoo. However, artists are amazing. Cody Lynn is amazing, and she can make it look like brow hair. She's awesome at what she does. So of course I will leave her information down below. If you are in Arizona, she's near Chandler area. You can check her out, get your brows done by her. She was great. And now, you know, it's been a few months, so I can come on the other side and truly say I love it. I was so tempted to just throw up the video and be like, I got my brows microbladed, but I really wanted to track the whole process for you guys, and it was a great process. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I love filming stuff like this where I take you along to appointments. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.